Hi, Vampyr's Kiss here. This morning I am going to try to set up a jar of fermented pickles. Okay, now this wouldn't be the first time I've attempted this. I don't know, for some reason, even though everybody says fermentation is so easy, it scares me. I mean, something about letting something set out for 7 days, or in the case of cabbage, to make it into sauerkraut, letting it set out for as long as a month. It frightens me, and I guess that I just don't really trust in the system yet, and so I give it the old college try. I keep trying, and one day I hope to God to actually succeed and get some pickles. So we're gonna try it again. Okay, so I've got everything set up here. I've got my spices, the way that I hold the pickles down into the brine. I've already got the brine mixed. I've got my pickles. I've got my extra cucumber because this is a bigger jar than I normally use, in case I got more head space and I need to fill it up so that it's filled up with something. And I think pretty much everything else. And I'm not really following one exact recipe because I don't know. I had a recipe, but I laid it down someplace. Can't remember where I found it, so I found these two recipes, hoping possibly I can combine them and end up with something. I'm thinking no matter what you do, as long as the brine consistency and measurements are right, everything else is just a matter of taste. I'm hoping. Keep your fingers crossed. So the recipe says, excuse me, that I start out by putting first in here a couple of the, because I like garlic pickles. So I'm going to put a couple of the pickles in the bottom. And then it says that you need something that will make the pickles snappy. And I think the word is tannin is they use. And they give some examples. And the only thing I even had close to that was bay leaf. So we'll put, the pickling spice also has bay leaf in it. So I'm not going to use too much bay leaf. Because this one, well actually both these recipes I got don't have a whole lot of, it didn't use real pickling spice in it. And the last pickles I did, they turned out, they turned out kind of oniony because I put onions and garlic in them, and so I don't want that to happen again. And then a few cloves of garlic. And we're working on a budget here, so I always buy my spices at Penzeys Spice. I know I've posted on different sites that I belong to, and they say Penzeys is expensive. I'm here to say Penzeys is not expensive. If you belong to their email website, or their email, you're an email subscriber, I'm sorry, and you get their free spices, and spend $20, you get this or whatever. You get a lot of really good deals, and when you break it down into your per jar price, you're not paying any more than you would for like McCormick's, or what are some other brands out there? Spice Island, I guess. I think they still make spices. I might be dating myself again. That's what I think about it. I don't know if I've seen Spice Island out there.
Spice Hunter. There's one, the Spice Hunter.
A Spice Hunter, that would be like a no-name brand one. Well, either way, we're going to use dry instead of fresh, because I don't know how many of you know we live like 40 miles from the grocery store, and when I decide to do something, I don't always have what I need. I need to drink, my mouth's getting dry because I'm nervous. Oh God, I just spilled that on the paper. Okay, and let's see, what else did it call for? 2 cloves of garlic leaves. It's half the spices. So that would be some of this is the pickling spice. This also came from Penzeys, and we're not going to measure this. We're just, yeah. That's the way I basically cook. I just kind of throw it in there and put it, go. I call that good. And then it says to put half of the pickles on there. Now, I could not get exactly the pickles I wanted because these are cocktail cucumbers. Or I shouldn't say pickles, I should say cucumbers. I wanted actual pickling cucumbers, but God, they looked really ratty, and these looked a lot better. And so I thought, well, we'll try these and see if they work, because I see these little mini cucumbers in jars that are already pickled in the store, so they might work for me. I don't know. But you start putting them down in the jar. You want to kind of make it so that they go around in a circle. That's the only way you can really put them in here, but you want them packed fairly tight. That's why I think I'm going to run out of pickles, because I only bought one container. Oh, my pickles fell over. There we go. Because after a while I get tired of buying this stuff when nothing turns out for me. So yeah, we're definitely going to run out of pickles. I threw the pickles in the jar earlier, but I had them in there kind of haphazardly.
One on the side.
On which side? This side? Yeah, we're going to run out of pickles. Okay, and then it says to put more garlic in there, which I guess this would be probably our final layer, because you couldn't go much higher than this because of the because of the jar size. And then more dill weed.
You can't have.
Am I forgetting something?
No, I just said you can never have enough garlic.
No, no, that's true. That's a motto in our family. You can never have enough garlic. And we do like our garlic. We eat it to the point where people don't even stand near us in the store or anywhere because we smell so bad. But we don't care. No, we don't. We don't care what we smell like as long as we enjoy our food. And then these are the last of the cocktail cucumbers, so I definitely have to cut up this other cucumber I have ready over here, which I imagine that those of you who pickle probably say, oh my God, she's using a big cucumber, that is a definite no-no. Well, I'm sure it is a definite no-no, but like I said, I'm just kind of pressed for cucumbers, and I don't suppose I was supposed to cut that end off there. This is a nice firm cucumber though. It might actually work out. Because you know how some of them are kind of smushy? I'm talking to Jamie. I guess I'll leave that end on there. I guess that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know who said that.
Well, that's why David's always the guinea pig.
Yeah, we feed everything to David first, and if he lives, then maybe I'll try it. It just depends on how much confidence I have in what I just did. Okay. I don't know if I can get this one in there or not. I might. Oh, I did. I got that one in there. So, there's the pickles, or not the pickles, the cucumbers all packed in there nice and tight. And I made the brine ahead of time, like I said. And what this is, it's 4 cups of, it's actually bottled water, and I use Celtic sea salt because in all the fermentation recipes I've read, it said to use a high quality salt. I know some of them say canning salt, but most of the ones that come from like Wellness Mama or Cultures for Health, which is mostly the sites I follow, they say to use a good quality sea salt. So I'm hoping that this, I'm going to stir this really quick because I see that some of my salt's still down in the bottom of that. We will hope that this covers it. If it doesn't, I might have to make just a little bit more. Oh, someone likes me today. Was it yesterday that was so bad? Or Sunday?
Sunday.
The day we did the swamp cooler.
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh my God, that was the day from hell. We're not even going to talk about that. So we've got everything filled. We've got our 1 inch of head space. It may be a little less than 1 inch, but it's pretty close. And then I bought this from Crowdsource. It's it's actually called a small batch fermentation kit. Yes, this was very expensive, but I had tried weights. I had tried cabbage leaves. I had tried all sorts of things to push my stuff down. And I finally just said, I'm done with this. I'm just going to lay out the money. And this, because it was the kit, I think it was $50. And I think I got like 10% off of it with free shipping. So yes, it was quite expensive. But if I ever get a jar of pickles, it'll be well worth the money. So, it's got this little thing on it that comes in two pieces. This is the part that holds all your stuff down in the brine. And of course this is the pressure. So that's the first thing we put in there. And then this, am I doing this right? Nope, gotta do it this way. See, I never do this right. Gotta push that down, and then you take your little key like this and you pull it up. And you have to turn it so it gets inside. I don't know if you can see it. I hate to tip it too much. There's a little notch there that you have to catch, so it holds everything down. But I can tell by looking, everything's held down under the water. And then what you do is you get some more water. It doesn't have to, at least that's what they said, it doesn't have to be brine. And you just take this little cup and you fill this reservoir. And I put too much water in there. And you put that on top of it. And then you put your collar over the top of that. So everything holds together. And then, God willing, everything works out. These should be pickles in 7 days. But during the time it's setting, getting warm, and starting to ferment, it should, bubbles should start to form, and actually more water should come up to the top here. But you need your water in your reservoir here because it keeps, make sure everything because everything has to stay submerged the whole time you're fermenting it. That I know. If anything comes up out of the brine, I think it can mold because air is not our friend when it comes to the fermentation process. So I guess that's pretty much it. This can, I think I said, this can be bought at krautsource.com. And they do have, if you join their well, you can join their website, you get recipes and stuff. If you join their email list, they have sales periodically, especially near any sort of holiday. And I personally think at least one of these is worth the investment if you can't figure out how to keep your stuff under the water like I couldn't. And I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say to them. Pensies, always recommend Pensies for my spices. I don't usually get them anywhere else unless it's just something I need to pick up really fast. But other than that, I guess that's about it. And Angel, did you want to come in and just say hi to everybody since they seem to like you all this so much?
Hi.
He was going to help me, but then I thought too many hands in it, and I get confused easily, so that's why he didn't help me. But he was sitting there watching me the whole time, so. So what do you think? You think these are going to work out?
Yeah, I think they are gonna work out.
You think that I got it this time? I hope so. High five on that. Okay, this is Vampy's Kiss. Talk to you all later.
Bye.